This is my first stream. I'll be streaming the tutorial for Tainted Grail. They have a quick start, so it's kind of they call it open and play. I made an unboxing video for the game Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon about a week ago. So now I'm going to go through the open and play tutorial and hopefully learn how to play the game live and not make too many mistakes. It's also kind of a test run for how I want to run this stream. I'm doing it with really minimal equipment at the moment. So if I enjoy this and if it's not too cumbersome to do this a weekly thing, I'll try to keep on a consistent basis and upgrade the equipment as we go. Add a mic, add some lights, have more than just my laptop webcam and the up top, the kind of bird's eye on the table webcam, and probably rig up something better so you can see the table not in an angle and be truly 90 degrees above. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the stream on my phone, see if we're actually going live right now. Because doing this whole thing and not, oh, look at that, there we are. I'm gonna pull up the stream on my phone. Alright, I'll mute this. Oh, I will mute this and just put it over here so I can kind of monitor it as we go along. Alright, so this is Tainted Grail. I haven't touched this yet. I just did the setup because no one wants to see a live stream of a setup. The worst part about board games is the setup. It's kind of like how annoying it is to have loading times on your video games. That's set up for board games. Alright, so what they really do is they kind of teach you how to play the game through this open and play. I haven't watched any how-tos. This is kind of me fresh out with fresh eyes trying to learn how to play this. So you got your basic player character board here. If you kind of peel this out, it shows you how to set it up. You got his aggression stats, his courage stats, his practicality, and he also has caution. What he doesn't have is spirituality and empathy. So he's a very practical, aggressive, dangerous dude. His name is Bior, and this is Bior right here. Ooh. So to sum up the open and play, the setup I did, so they have 15 combat cards, 15 diplomacy cards that are not part of the normal combat and diplomacy decks. These are just for this tutorial. It comes through this open and play deck. You're not supposed to shuffle it. They go with you case by case step by step how to play this. So they want to know what's going to be your next card and kind of walk you through that. What else? We have the map. So we're starting in, how do you say that? Kunich and Farmhold? Kunich, something like that. And what you got here is the Menhir, and that's this guy right here. So you can only explore. Oh, so you got this amazing miniature, and inside you got a token. So right now it's on 8, and it will every day it will move 1 down, and then I guess he disappears. I'm not sure. Other than that, you can only explore 1 adjacent or diagonal to the Menhir. So eventually I guess I can go here and then explore this, because I don't think I can travel diagonally. So right now this is what we have explored. What else? Encounter cards. Usually these are encounter decks. The green, the gray, the blue, and the purple. Each one is kind of a different type. So for this tutorial, it's just 1. And I think that's about it. Let's start. I want to learn how to play this. Alright, so a little of introduction text. They still call this place a farmhold, even though barren fields provide little food and crumbling walls offer no protection. The last relic of the glory days of this town, I can't pronounce it, Cunanak, I guess. We're just going to go with Cunanak for the rest of this time here. Cunanak is its menhir, always adorned with red ribbons lit by candles and with a daily offering at its gnarled feet. As long as the menhir repels the weirdness, I guess? Wiredness? I don't know. The townsfolk are ready to endure anything. But last night the wiredness came closer than ever before. A man was lost following the call of his future self. A house on the outskirts of town has been turned inside out, its furniture grown into bloated outer shell like barnacles on the side of a boat. For many hours the air tasted of metal and sour milk. Now, people say our guardian menhir is failing. Like many others all over the land, for you, the night was even worse. The festering wound in your side throbbed as if something tried to tear itself free and joined the rolling clouds of the weird outside of your town. Wired. I don't know what that word is. In the morning, a boy comes running to your shack. Master Ilfrin needs to see you. Move, you big goof. You chase the brat away with a well-aimed throw of your boot and immediately start to regret it as the boot lands in a deep puddle outside your door. Alright, so I'm guessing this is the statue in our town that is offering protection, and it is slowly fading away. 8 days to be precise, I'm guessing. So let's see. So that was just the flavor text followed by how to set it up. Alright, so now we can jump straight ahead to part 1, start your day. It's now dawn. Bior is ready to start his journey. Perform your first start of the day routine following the order listed on the green help card. Alright, so the green help card is this. Order of the day. So, start your day. Remove the expired mares and discard locations that are out of mare range. Okay, so he has not expired yet. He is on 8. Reduce all time on mare dials. Alright, so we'll do this. Put this over to 7. Okay. Reveal the next event card. I don't think we have event cards in the tutorial. Move guardians. I'm not sure what that is. And pick active item and secret cards. So let's see what the tutorial has to say. Because I know it kind of takes away a lot of the gameplay for the sake of the tutorial. Alright. The card first asks you to remove expired menhirs and locations out of the menhir's reach. The only menhir on the map has a dial, so it's not expired. And all revealed locations are adjacent to this menhir. You don't discard them. Now reduce the menhir dial by 1. We did that. Blah, 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 blah. In a standard game, you would now reveal an event card, but this tutorial has its own event card printed below. Okay, so quest. We need to go speak with the Cunanak's blacksmith Urfir. Hint, to meet Urfir, you have to explore the Cananak farmhold location, which I think I'm on already. Okay, I am here. Let's see. Part 2, first exploration. After start of the day, characters may perform actions. Okay, so during the day. So this is until you run out of energy. This is the leftmost column of the 3 columns that are on the right. And right now we are at 6 energy, which is where we start. Tainted Grail is marked. At his first action, Bior should visit Urfir to do so. I'm terrible at reading out loud. Sorry about that. As his first action, Beer should visit Urfir to do so. To do so, explore the Kunanek farmhold location. To initiate this action, pay 1 energy. Okay, so we're paying 1 energy. Move the marker of your energy track. In a standard game, exploration would direct you to the text on the other side of the location card. But this tutorial won't spoil any stories from the campaign. So yeah, anyone who's hesitant about watching, from what I understand, this tutorial is just, you're just going to get spoiled of what happens in the tutorial. So nothing from the main chapters or campaign. Instead, go to the tutorial exploration journal printed on the last page of the exploration journal book. There, find the appropriate section, 101, Kunanek farmhold, and start reading. Alright, so let's do that. Here's the exploration journal. I'm going to go to the last page. Alright, so the Kunanek farmhold. Exploration journal entries for most locations in Tainted Grail start with the introduction that leads to your decision. Read the location introduction first. Okay, so here we go. A deep feeling of loss pervades Kunanek. From the dilapidated farms to the sunken eyes of those who remain in town. The men here in the market is nearly extinguished. Still, this place is the only home you ever knew. Alright, so that's the end of the flavor text. Now, you're ready to choose what you want to do in this location. Below are 2 options redirecting you to different verses or paragraphs. Each has a requirement. The first time you come here, you are only able to choose the first option because the second one requires a specific part of status. So a story trigger. So I'm guessing these statuses are stuff that I mark somewhere. Okay, marked on your tutorial save sheet. If you are here for the second time, you should already have part 2 of the required status, so only the second option is accessible to you. So make my choice now. So option number 1 is speak with your master. Only if you don't have any part of surprising errand status. So then I need to go to verse 1. If I had it, I would complete my mission, and that what requires part 2 of the surprising errand status. Okay, so let's go to verse 1. Urfir is up earlier than usual. As you enter, he hides a large pack behind a curtain and turns to you with a wide smile. You here, lad? Good. Hope you're ready to stretch your legs a bit. I hear a star fell near Whitening. Whitening? Yep, Whitening. And a local tanner picked it up. It's a solid ingot, large as your dingly head. I'd rather not have it fall into the hands of some other smith. You nod. Falling stars are a bad omen for most simple folk, but they always excite blacksmiths and armorers. After all, the legendary Excalibur was forged from one of these cold shards of distant skies. This is giving me like the Color of Space by H.P. Lovecraft vibe. Alright. Soon you depart, walking down the sloping fields towards the mist-covered forest. With some rations, your trusty hammer, and a purse of silver Urfir gave you, before stepping into the shadow of trees, you take one last look back at the ancient statue towering above the shacks and houses. How much longer can this tired old thing protect Kunanek? Alright. Gain part 1 of surprising errand status. Gain 1 wealth. Exploration ends. Okay. So I gained 1 wealth. So most of the stuff in the game are marked by these red squares. So I already had 1 wealth, so I'm gonna add another. And go back to the tutorial. Alright. So, part 3, first travel. Your Your exploration is now finished, and you have a new task. It's time to start moving Bior towards his destination, the cursed farmhold known as the Whitening. Okay. As you know from the exploration journal, the Whitening is northeast of your village. To plan the journey, let's all study all revealed locations. The east is the Charred Conclave, which is this. A dangerous place that will trigger an automatic encounter as soon as Bior enters it. The rule marked with... Okay, so because it's marked with this lightning and it says, draw a gray encounter when you enter this location once per day. Okay. To the north, in Hunter's Grove, a place where Bior can gather some food. This looks better, doesn't it? So let's take a look at this. This says, gain 2 food, draw 1 green encounter. Okay. Cool. So that sounds much more delightful in character. I would kind of like to go here as a player. Okay, so perform the travel action. So we pay 1 energy to move Bior to Hunter's Grove. So we pay 1 energy, so we're down to 4. And we move Bior to Hunter's Grove. Now, connect your current location with directional keys. The numbers on the edges. For more information, see page 10 of the rulebook. Okay. In range of an active mare, they are adjacent either in straight line or diagonal to location with... Oh, okay. I see. To the numbers on... Okay. So now we need to reveal these two, from what I understand. So this is 106. And that goes here. And this is 107. So here's a Whitening. Okay. So as long as they're in range. So since this is not in range, I don't reveal it. Which is, I don't know if that was off camera. Nope. So 113 I don't reveal because it is not in range of the statue. Okay, so in this case, you should attach location 106 and 107 to the sides of Hunter Groves. Both meet the criteria mentioned above. Do not attach locations 113 to... Okay, so what I just said. Part 4, first location action. Bior's new location has an action, gather food. Food is an important resource that you consume at the end of each day, so gathering more won't hurt. To activate location actions, pay its cost, which is 2 energy. Okay, so that's not good. 1, 2. So I'm down to 2 energy. And then Bior gains 2 food. So if I lose 1 more energy, I become exhausted. That is not a good way to start a game. Take 2 markers and place them in the food slot, what I just did. And then you're also asked to draw 1 green encounter. Take the green encounter card you've placed near the map during the setup. Place it face up so you have plenty of free space. Okay, so I need free space now, which I did not think of. So I'm going to move these encounters somewhere else. Like here. And have this here. So now it shows you all the information. I guess I could do that here. It's way more than I think the normal encounter cards. It really shows you what's what. So we just encountered a mist-shaped vermin. So the encounter value is 4. So I need that many red cubes to win. I need 4. 4 more. The attribute keys, which are these right here. place the first card. Okay. So I think this is how stuff connects. Combat pool. So this is where I'll put all the red cubes I get to defeat it, and combat table. So this shows me how much damage it does. Alright, so we'll put this one down here. And let's go back to the tutorial sheet. Okay, so we did our first travel. Alright, part 5, first location, first combat turn. Read the encounter card carefully. To win, you need to gather a number of markers in the combat pool equal or higher to the encounter value. To gain these markers, you play combat cards from your hand. Prepare 2 help cards, one to do with the combat overview and one with the combat and diplomacy icons. So that would be these. So I'll just do that over here. What else do we have? Remember, if you want to know more, you can always read the rule book. Alright, so draw 3 cards from the combat deck. So 1, 2, and 3. So we drew attack, reposition, and ignore pain. The art is absolutely beautiful on these things. I highly recommend this for art lovers, this game. Okay, so we drew 3. You don't have to check the encounter trait, it has none. And you don't need to pick an active character, you're alone. So only Bjork can activate. You can also ignore the delayed ability step. Okay, so I see pick. Okay, check the enemy traits. So this is kind of helping us go through what's on the combat overview. Delayed abilities, it's saying to skip. I lost my place, no. Okay, draw 3 cards. Don't need to pick an active player, you can ignore the delayed abilities. Alright, time to fight. Play the attack card. Attach it to the right edge of the encounter card. As seen above, this causes both halves of the, what is that? That is the aggression key. Okay. Of the aggression key and the bottom golden key to join. Did I read that right? This causes both halves of the aggression key and the bottom golden key to join. Okay, so I'm guessing it is this and this that are joining. So let's see what that means. You may only connect keys with an attribute icon if you have the attribute. Bjork has 2 aggression in his character, which is signaled here. So the aggression key connects and grants you its bonus. So because this says 1 red cube and it's through the aggression key, Bjork has the aggression, so it works. So I'm guessing if this was a let's see, empathy, it would not. Luckily, it works. So the other keys were courage and what's that? Practicality. Down here, I'm not seeing any symbols that do these. Okay. Alright, the golden bottom key always connects and it has no requirements. Place 1 more. Okay, so this has no key and this always connects, so because of that, we get 1 more. So now we're 2 out of 4. So I'm guessing this is kind of like to make sure that your attacks always work or do something, because I'm seeing different icons here. But that was, so I'm guessing a different character. This particular card would have not connected. Alright. You may connect keys. The golden bottom key always connects. Why is it golden? That is not golden. That is kind of orange. Okay. Now, let's check the text on the attack card. It has two abilities. The first ability causes all enemy attacks to deal one more damage. I'm guessing that icon. Let's see. I got the item glossary. So that would be, yes, damage. Okay, so enemy attacks cause one more damage, and I draw one more card. Second ability instructs you to place a... oh no, I don't have this. I'll be right back. Aha! So it is these tokens right here that are like time delays. Looks like an hourglass. Come on. Okay. So I place a time delay, and I'm guessing after that goes away, I get to draw a card. The ability itself will be resolved during the next delayed ability step, unless you cover it up with another card first. Okay. Let's continue. Each turn you may play only one card plus as many additional cards as you connect using their lightning bonus. Let's find the actual name. Bonus action bonus. Play Ignore Pain. It contains a lightning or a bonus action that connects to the courage key. So, okay, here's Ignore Pain. So this goes away. So let's see what happened here. Yes, so I have courage. So this connects, and then I'm not sure what this is, the blue. And then there's another icon, which means draw a card. Okay, so let's see what happens. Play Ignore Pain. It connects to the courage key and previous card. Before placing this card, remove the... Yep, already did that. So it told me to remove the delayed action from attack. Delayed abilities won't trigger if you cover them up, and you should never place cards on top of tokens or markers. Okay, Ignore Pain. It has two other keys. The blue magic key require one magic to be connected. You do not have any magic. I'm not sure where that... Oh, here, magic. Okay, so there's nothing in my magic box. So nothing happens with the blue line. You do not have any magic at the moment, so you can't connect it. The free key contains a draw a card bonus icon. So draw one more card. So I'm going to draw one more combat card, which is Powerful Blow. Okay. Okay. Ignore Pain also contains a text ability. Just like Attack's ability, it triggers during the enemy attack step. So, gain 1 red square for every point of damage received. Okay, so I guess when it's this vermin's turn, I will probably get a red square. Let's see. You have 2 cards left in your hand, but let's not cover the Ignore Pain card for now. Proceed to the next phase. Okay, so the next phase is enemy attack. Resolve an attack on the encounter card that matches the number of markers in the combat pool, then perform a victory check. Okay, so no. So we have 0 to 2. So we have 2. So that means I take 1 damage. And I think if I had 3, I would lose 1. So I'm going to take, yes, so I'm taking 1 damage, which moves this 1 down here. And then, because of the ignore pain, I gain 1 for each damage received. Okay, so I'm 3 out of 4. Perform a victory check. Now, I'm not sure what victory check is. Let's see if they go with that here. A quick victory check shows that Bear did not win yet. Okay, so it just sees, yeah, I'm 3 out of 4, so I didn't win yet. Okay, so I was supposed to do a victory check before the enemy turn. Whoops. Okay, so then it goes over the enemy turn. It's time for the enemy attack. So we already did the enemy attack. It goes over that in detail. Okay, during the end of the turn, you must discard until you have 3 cards in your hand. So we have 2. So this doesn't apply. Now we draw 1 more combat card. So we drew Battle Cry. Okay. So now, part 6, it is the second combat turn. The next turn begins. You can finish this battle quickly by playing Powerful Blow. Yes, because yes, so I'll do 3 damage if I do Powerful Blow. Yeah, because that connects with aggression, so that will be 2. So I'll be already at 5 plus the free action. I'll be at 6, and that's way overkill. Oh, and I'll lose an energy, which will put me in exhausted. Does it really want me to do that? Okay. Next turn begins. You could finish the battle quickly by playing Powerful Blow. But, okay, so that would mean losing energy as stated on the card. Let's start with Battle Cry instead. It's a okay, and its free action contains a draw card. Alright, so this goes here. Oh, these are so slippery. Come on. This goes here. So that doesn't matter because it's the first round. I don't have magic, so all it does is prevent loss of life or damage, and I get to draw another card, which is Throw. Alright. You have now drawn the perfect card to end your encounter. So I guess this is why they don't want you to shuffle the deck, because they know exactly what's going to happen. Play the Throw card. It has the bonus action on aggression. Okay, so I have aggression. Okay, so there were 2 of these that didn't connect to nothing. And 1 damage. Okay, as the free action. So 1 damage here, and that should finish him off. Perform the victory check. There are 4 markers, and so 4 out of 4. Which means BR1, the loot is 1 food. So on the bottom of the card you can see the loot. So I'll take 1 of these to the food. Okay, I'm full up. I might have to break out the purple squares. These can go back here. Now put the defeated encounter card at the bottom of its deck. Well, there is no deck, so just here. Return all played, drawn, or discarded cards to your combat deck and shuffle the deck. Okay, so Now they want us to shuffle. So I'll do a quick shuffle. Okay. I guess this goes here. During the end of turn, you must discard until... Okay, sorry. Wrong part of the page. If you want to, you may play this encounter again, ignoring any heart or energy losses to familiarize yourself with combat mechanics. If you're not sure about any of the rules, check them on the rule book and pages, blah, blah, blah. All right, part 7, ending the day. Let's see. Ending the day. Bior is wounded and only has 2 energies left. I won't say I'm wounded. It is but a flesh wound. I only lost 1 life. But I am exhausted. Or no, I'm not exhausted yet, but I'm on the verge. If you look at your energy track slot, marked as 1 and 0 are red and have the exhausted sign. For now, you don't want Bior to become exhausted, so you should rest. Make a pass action. So let's go back to the day cheat sheet. So during the day, players perform 1 action each in any order. And then, okay, so end of day. So the first thing would be rest. Let's see if I'm jumping ahead of myself. Okay, so in the back it says pass. End your day, you can't perform any actions until the start of the next day. Okay, since it's only me, that doesn't matter. Let's do, okay, rest and eat. Discard 1 food. One food marker from Bior's tray. Bior gains 1 life, so this goes back up. Wow, so during like a crazy battle, this rest would not do anything. If I just get 1 life back, move his health marker 1 up. He doesn't lose any... What's that? Terror? He doesn't lose any terror. Because it's already at 0. Okay. Restore Bior's energy full. Okay. So there's these little chevron marks to show you where everything begins. So Bior starts at 6. And with his energy, there's chevron marks here on the 9. And that's where his health is, but that's just for setup, in case anyone's trying to pick up on how to set up. And then the chevron marks are on 0 with terror. Okay, so we replenished his energy. What's next? You don't have any experience points, so you don't advance your character. You also don't have any upgrade cards to modify your decks with. You're in a location with a... Okay, so now it's talking about the location. Okay, so there's an icon up here that is a... Let's go back to the icon. Dream. Okay, so I'm in a location that has a dream. So I guess... Okay, yeah, so I'm ending the day, so this is night, so I guess I dream. Dreams are part of this game. That's kind of cool. You're in a location with the dream symbol, so in a normal game, you would now open the exploration journal of this location and look for the dream. In this tutorial, read the dream from the dream tutorial journal instead. Remember to look at the correct section in the tutorial journal, 102 Hunter's Grove. Dreams contain both story text and rules. Remember to apply this dream's rules. So that would mean lose 1 energy. After you read the dream, a new day begins. So let's jump back to the journal. Is this it? Okay, yeah. Okay, I see, I see. I was a little confused in my head for a second, but we can get through this. Alright. As you walk into the shadows of the 100 groves, your heart beat... Oh, I was supposed to read this when we... I was supposed to read this when we moved here. So, let's rewind real quick. As you walk into the shadow of the Hunter's Grove, your heart beats faster and your wound burns. You died not far from here. Okay, so my character's dead, I guess, and revived. It's definitely not part of the dream. That will be the next thing I read. Alright, so you walk into the shadow of 100 groves and your heart beats faster and your wound burns. You died not far from here 2 weeks ago. Though it took some time for you to realize that, you try hard not to think about those events. Humming your favorite tune, you chase away the memories. Okay, so not far from where he died is where we are right now. And he was attacked by a vermin. So that probably triggered more memories, no matter how hard he tried to hum them away. So now let's go to the dream. In your dream, you return to the dark ravine deep in the grove. Like many others, you search for a little girl who went missing in Cunicat. I will never be able to pronounce that name. Cunic. Instead, you find a mass of what... Oh, what happened to the stream? Stream's good. Stream's good. It just jumped for a second there. Okay. Instead, you find a mass of what looks like tangled black snakes crawling across the moss-covered stone. The mass rises on countless black legs and rushes at you. For a split second, you see the horrific truth. What charges is a malformed, overgrown, beating heart on countless legs of blackened veins and arteries. Ugh. It opens its circular maw full of lamprey-like teeth. Next moment, it's on top of you, ripping into your side and trying to desperately push itself into your chest. With all your strength, you pull it away from the wound, throw it to the ground, hold it in place with your boot, and crush it with a swing of your hammer. Then you wake up alone in the forest, shivering. The wound burns again. You ask the village priestess and herbalist. You tried many remedies and quaffed foul-smelling mixtures. Still, the wound festers, turning black. You try to fall asleep, but your mind dwells on what fate awaits you, and rather a thing like the one that killed you will emerge from your chest once you die. So we lose 1 energy. We gain 1 terror. That was not a good dream at all. That is a terrible way to start your morning. The prophetic dream caused Beard to lose a point of energy and gain a point of terror. Move markers accordingly, which we did. After reading the dream or a nightmare, continue the game. In this case, go to part 8, start of the second day, and then it shows in the nightmare section. So I guess we're in the red here. Instead of reading dream, we read nightmare. And that's kind of what it just explains in the nightmare section. Alright, so back to the tutorial. Part 8. Where is it? Start of the second day. Perform the start of the day just like before. Reduce the dial. And we're down to 6. Read the next event card. Tired and in pain, you start the final leg of your journey. Hint: sometimes event cards have additional impact on the game. Remember to apply any rules you find on them. Alright. So, we travel to the next location, which is the goal of our quest, the Whitening. And this time... Okay, so first of all, let's pay the 1 energy it cost us to move there. And this time, let's read what it has to say first. The hole is here, as always, gaping at the heart of the Whitening. The white lichen that gave this town its new name seems to grow out of it. It covers the walls of the nearby halls with a thick coat. Only close up one can discover it is in fact a layer of small sparkling crystals, like sea salt on wooden posts of a pier. As you inspect it, several people watch you suspiciously. You shrug your arms and show them you're not interested in their secrets. Go to verse 7. Okay, so first of all, let's make sure I'm not skipping anything on the tutorial. Instead of flipping the real lightning location card, go to the appropriate section of the tutorial. Exploration journal at the end. Okay. Okay, so the next part would be the way back. So I guess I'm in this journal for now. So 7. There's no love between Cunicat and the Whitening. You shouldn't stay here too long. So I can either visit the village tanner or ask the Whiteners about their men here. So I think the tanner is the one that find it. So let's go to the tanner. So that's verse 9. So this is kind of like a choose your own adventure part of the game. Which, side note, if you're into that, Dragonholt is one of the... It's by Fantasy Flight Games, and that's probably the best choose your own adventure I've ever played. Alright, so 9. We're at the tanner. You asked around about the tanner. Erfir wanted you to find and draw some strange looks. Finally, someone tells you this man moved out several months ago. Angry and confused, you reach the tannery only to find the building abandoned and covered in cobwebs. What's going on? Was this a cruel joke? Gain 1 terror. Gain part 2 of surprising errand. Okay, so we can finish the quest now, I guess. Status. Gain a terror point. Then mark the second part of the... Okay. So now we go to the way back. Alright. So I'm supposed to mark these status effects somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Is that here? I don't think so. I won't know where I'm supposed to be marking these. Okay, the way back. You have to go back to Kankit fast. Travel to Hunter's Grove as before. Perform a travel action, pay 1. So I'm gonna perform travel action and pay 1 energy. Bior has only 2 energy left, just like the day before, but this time, ooh, there's a typo. But this time, Bior wants to travel as fast as possible, even at the cost of exerting himself. Perform another travel, pay 1 energy, and move to location 101. So, there we go. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to be on exhausted because it said he had only 2 left. I somehow messed up somewhere, so I'm just going to put that here. Forgot to do it somewhere. Okay. Oh, I guess the Explore cost me 1 when I was reading this. Okay. So we're back in the home base. Bior is now back in his hometown, exhausted. Take a look at Bior's negative traits listed on his character tile. According to the rules, Bior loses 1 health. Okay. So I become exhausted, and the festering room feat that I have makes me lose 1 health. Okay. So that's what that was getting at. Tired and in pain, Bior is ready to conclude his journey. Pay 1 energy to explore Kaunak as or go directly to the tutorial. Okay, so I pay 1, he's at 0 energy, and I explore this once again. So I won't do the flavor test again. Text. Complete your mission. Requires part 2 of the surprising errand status. So go to verse 2. You enter Cunanak exhausted and in pain. Yet even in this condition, you quickly realize something happened in your absence. Many sad-eyed townfolks walk the streets or argue in small groups. Startled, you look towards the menhir, but it seems fine. Surrounded by ribbons flapping in the wind, there's no wiredness in Cunicat. So, what could draw all these people out of their houses? As you approach the forge, you almost stumble upon the boy who usually delivers Urfir's messages. They're gone, the boy tells you. They left at the break of day. Urfir wants you to take care of his workshop. You stumble into the building only to find it empty save for a note lying on the workbench, held securely in place by a heavy ingot of star iron. 3 times you attempt to read the parchment, your eyes watering from helpless rage. It says Urfir left Cunanek without you, traveling with Lord Yavin Fael, Ubert, and Ninette, the head of they head for Camelot, where they hope to find help for your town. You were deemed too weak for this journey. Not good enough. As silent rage grows within you, gone are the exhaustion and the pain. You leave, so he's so sad and so angry he just healed himself. I like this character a lot. Okay. As silent rage grows within you, gone are the exhaustion and pain. You leave the forge and look to the east somewhere. Oh, look to the east. Somewhere there, behind rolling mist, clouds, and weirdness. That's weird to say weirdness. I'm reading this wrong for sure. For the next stream, I'll figure out how to pronounce this word. Clouds of weirdness and dangerous trails. The Cuanac champions journey on. You're sure you will find them. Each party member gains 1 terror. Okay. So 1 more. I'm at 3. Congratulations, you have finished the tutorial scenario. You will find Urfir's letter in the game box. It will prepare you for the first chapter of the Fall of Avalon campaign. Good luck in the bleak world of Tainted Grail. So, this is kind of what they expressed in the Kickstarter campaign. Oh, I found where I was supposed to be marking all this stuff. So, it's all about how you're not the heroes. You're just kind of like the scum left behind, basically. So this guy has a festering wound. I read a little bit about the characters. They each have like this major flaw. The one I think I'm going to play is Maggot, who is just completely addicted to hallucinogens and mushrooms. And that's his flaw. So I think I'm going to roll with Maggot when I actually do the campaign. So yeah, you're this group, or in this case, I'm going to play solo. So you're just this person who was left behind, never considered for the journey, and the heroes leave without you. And I just love that kind of setup for the game. It's kind of why I like the story of The Witcher, where you're not the promised, foretold child of destiny. You're just the grunt that hangs out with that person. So I kind of like the underdog feel of the story. So I'm going to go through the rule book, and I think now I'm going to watch a few how-to plays and figure out a little better equipment for the stream. I had a blast actually playing through this and reading it out loud, and it kind of slowed my gaming pace down. and really let me enjoy everything and look at the art and while I'm showing it, and it really slowed down everything. So I think I'm going to stream this game to the full campaign, do a whole playthrough. I'm not sure how many hours it is, but I think each chapter is about an hour or so. So, you know, I have a weird work schedule, so I don't know if I'll have a set day and time because I work weekends and I work weird hours. So this kind of will be like a, kind of spur of the moment stream. I don't know if I'll have that much time to do to announce that anyone is watching, but I don't know. I had a good time. I think I'm gonna keep doing this. Maybe advertise it a little more. See if anyone wants to watch me play a board game. I don't know. I've never really watched a board game stream before, so we'll see if I can make this interesting. Have a good day, everyone.